Good morning, Quad Cities.
Good morning, Quad Cities. It's Friday, March the 7th. I'm Devin Brooks. We're not going to let the weather dummy down, right? Our Friday.
I was ready to start saying, thank God it's Friday.
That too. It's a little bit more important. Probably better words than me.
Yes, thank goodness. But we do have that weather impact alert today, and we're checking in with the Beast pretty soon here. They're already out on the road.
Yeah, exactly. That's going to be a crucial tool to have this morning because the snow is falling and some of it is heavy at times too, with some massively sized snowflakes. Saw those as I was coming into the station this morning. We've already got at least a dusting on the ground here in Moline, and some areas north of the Quad Cities are going to see even more than that as we go throughout the day. Right now, roads appear to be just wet. Again, we're going to confirm that here with a live look from the Beast just moments away. There you see everything else wet too, from Interstate 80 to I-74. Here's a live look at the road conditions map. A lot of green, but some blue, meaning partially covered roads to the northwest of us. A sign that, yeah, snow is taken over there on a little more widespread basis. And you can see that with radar. It's all snow to the north from Maquoketa to Galena to Bellevue, Savannah, Clinton, Sterling, Rock Falls. It's a mix of rain and snow for you. All snow, in fact, a little heavy burst of snow near Geneseo. And as I pull this radar image a little further east, we've got a rain-snow mix in Princeton at times. Further to the south, Galesburg getting a break, but the rain now moving back in for Burlington and Mediapolis, soon to be arriving here in the Quad Cities and Aledo. Wider picture shows a lot of moisture to come here yet, so this is going to be nearly an all-day event. And temperatures are right around that critical point, right around freezing. We're at 33 here in the Quad Cities. Elsewhere, you've got 32 to 35 degrees. So that's why we're seeing such a varying amount of different types of precipitation, aka rain versus snow. So our weather impact alert will continue for the rest of today into this evening for that potential to see some slick roadways. We'll be tracking when all of this will be coming to an end. I promise the weekend is going to be so much better, and also when we're going to get a couple opportunities to see some 70s too. We'll track it all coming up.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Well, a wintry mix will be hard to avoid out on the roads this morning. And News 8's Marshawn Gunn is joining us live from Airport Road in Milan in the Beast for a closer look to what you can expect when you head out this morning. Marshawn, what are you seeing?
Thanks, guys. I'm here in Milan right now. Roads are not looking too bad right now. Here, I'll show you a look at the roads right now. As we got into Milan here, the snow kind of stopped falling for a little while. So right now, there's not much falling from the sky, but roads are wet. But there's not a lot of people on the road, so it shouldn't take any time. As of right now, that will obviously change as the morning goes on, but right now it's looking pretty decent here in Milan. So I will go ahead but yeah, so as the morning goes on, this may change, but as the morning goes on here, it will continue to fall and make the roads a little more wet. But as we continue on the morning here, right now in Milan, it is pretty clear, but yeah, so I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Yeah, it really just depends on where you are, but there are slick roads out there. Thank you so much, Marshawn. And right now you can watch the Beast live as it travels around the Quad Cities area, checking road conditions. You can watch for free on your TV with the 8 Plus app or the WQAD Facebook page, and a reminder to slow down and allow plenty of space out on the roads. Also, take a look at this data from the Quad Cities National Weather Service. You can see on the right of your screen the majority of crashes in Iowa happen in less than 2 inches of snow. For more than half of them, there's just 1 inch of snowfall or less.
And you can stay on top of all of the severe weather with our 8 Plus app. This morning, Andrew will be live at 9 breaking down the weather. Now, that's only on our 8 Plus app. Download on your TV and watch for free. And if you don't have a smart TV, you can still stay ahead of the weather with our News 8 app. Get severe weather and breaking news alerts sent right to your phone.
President Donald Trump telling Department Secretary
Marshawn learned the hard way. It's like, yep, when you get in the beach, you got to watch out for that puddle of water. That's
Remember when you were a kid, you know, you put on your shoes and you're just all splashing around everywhere?
You're like a puddle ducky outside. You know, they love the water, and yeah, that's what you're going to see a lot of today. So we have that rain-snow mix in place right now, and our weather impact alert continues until 6 o'clock this evening for that mix of rain and snow. There'll be some slick roads, so you need to drive with caution. Also a reminder, I'm going to be talking about what's going on with this storm later this morning on our WQAD 8 Plus app. That's at 9 o'clock. You can download that on your TV and watch for free. Bring your questions that you might have. Plus, we'll talk about this big warming trend coming in for the weekend and beyond as well. Here's a live look at your bridges right now, just mainly wet pavement. Though when you get a heavier burst of snow, it doesn't take much to get a little slushiness to start appearing on those roadways. So that's what we're going to be watching. No slowdowns being reported right now. Traffic map looks clean, and the cameras look like it's just mainly wet pavement. It's the same story here in Rock Falls. And this camera, I love it because it gives us a good idea of what the pavement looks like. And you can see there's no slush there. It's all just wet. And that is likely what we're seeing here closer to the Quad Cities. But I want to forewarn you, the farther north and west you go, that's where you will see some of that snow starting to stick. And that's the case here in northern Iowa. And I do expect some blue lines indicating partially covered roads to start moving in here in the next couple of hours. So let's take the radar tour here this morning. We'll start with our northernmost hometowns where it has been all snow for the majority of the morning. There's Joe Davis County, some light snow falling for you right now. It gets a little heavier in intensity as you get near DeWitt because the rain snow line is essentially sitting right over top of Interstate 80. So once the rain hits that, it becomes all snow to the north, and that's what we're seeing there in Clinton County and also into much of Scott County. Meanwhile, further east into Geneseo, it's all snow for you. Same thing for Sterling Rock Falls, and likely some wet snowflakes mixed in with some rain here in Princeton. Galesburg catching a break right now, but look at the radar filling back into the southwest. This is all rain, but again, once it jumps Interstate 80, it becomes all snow. You're seeing some rain move back into Burlington and Muscatine. You're going to see that rain come back in here very shortly. Wider picture kind of shows the story of what's going on here, and that is a lot of moisture coming up with an area of low pressure southwest of Kansas City. So this is going to be a long duration event, but it does not mean we're going to see a lot of snow. We have a lot of snow mix going on. 33, so hence why we're seeing all these different types of precipitation. We're right on the edge for freezing for most of us this morning. Our weather impact alert will continue until 6 o'clock. So we'll keep that red box in place here for your 8-hour tracker. And you see by the noon hour, I think a little more rain than snow moving in. So there's our rain snow line slowly migrating to the north as we go through the day. So that does keep most of our northern hometowns in snow for this whole event. And there you see a little break in some of that by noon, but then some rain will move back in for the afternoon and evening commute. That will briefly mix with snow. And then by 5-6 o'clock, all of that is out of here. No surprise, the winter weather advisory I showed you yesterday has been extended to include our northernmost hometowns, Carroll, Joe Davis, also into Jackson County. That will go until 3 o'clock. That's because this is where the steady snow is going to hang out for most of the day, and it may add up to an inch or two, and it will certainly lead to some slick road conditions. Future Track agrees with that. It's a dusting to half an inch for us here in the Quad Cities metro and areas along Interstate 80. It's an inch or two, especially right up here along the Highway 20 corridor. So here's the timeline of how all of this is going to play out. We're just about ready to jump into the all snow portion of this system for a few hours. Then we'll mix it again at noon, start to see the rain arrive around 3, and then we'll mix it before it comes to an end as we go into this evening. When we get to this weekend and next week, we're not even going to be thinking about winter. We're going to be thinking about late spring, early summer-like warmth. I'll track it for you next.
You print brochures?
Of course.
What about banners?
Absolutely.
Stickers with my logos?
Done.
From signs to apparel and everything in between, QC Press has got you covered. Call us or visit QCPress.com today.
Can you handle a rush order on flyers?
Yes.
And printed apparel for my staff?
We've got you covered.
We take your printing projects off your plate and make them happen on time. Davenport Printing, your local partner in print.
Here's why we're going to forget about winter this weekend. 50s tomorrow with sunshine, 60s on Sunday with sunshine, 70s by Monday, and then we'll stay close to 70 throughout the rest of next week. And it looks like, too, we get a bonus, perhaps low to mid 70 as we get into Friday. So I think honestly the best week's worth of weather so far in 2025 ahead for us next week.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Well, President Donald Trump is now temporarily suspended.
Wintry mix will be hard to avoid out on the roads this morning. So News 8's Marshawn Gunn is joining us live from downtown Davenport in the Beast for a closer look at what to expect when you head out. Marshawn, what have you seen since we last checked in with you?
Hey, Ava. So honestly, there has not been a lot of accumulation so far. I was expecting a lot more snow when coming out here. I'll go ahead and take you guys out and take a look at the roads. Things are wet out here, but the rain and the snow both have stopped coming down here in the past 20 to 30 minutes. So honestly, things are looking pretty good out here. When I did come into work, there were some big snowflakes coming down. I was expecting the roads to be much more covered, but luckily we are staying fairly dry, not completely dry, but more cars are joining us out on the roadways, so traffic is picking up here on the morning commute. And as we stay at the temperature that we're at, we're not expecting to the ground is probably going to keep melting the snow, so probably not a lot of accumulation. But I will go but as the morning goes on, we will keep you updated on how the roads will continue to look, and I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, yeah, thank you, Marshawn. This is going to be an all-day event, on and off, so you really have to be careful once you head out there. Thank you. We'll see you at 6 o'clock.
And right now you can watch the Beast live as it travels around the Quad Cities, checking road conditions. Watch for free on your TV with the A+ app or the WQAD Facebook page. This morning, Andrew will be live at 9, breaking down the weather. Now that's only on our A+ app. And if you don't have a smart TV, you can still stay ahead of the weather with our News 8 app. You can get severe weather and breaking news alerts sent right to your phone.
Moline High School. snow on your commute this morning. And there's still more to come as we check in with meteorologist Andrew Stutsky.
Yeah, exactly. I like that view because it shows that we have accumulated some snow in the grass. Meanwhile, the pavement is just mostly wet here in the Quad Cities. That won't be the case to the north of us, though. That's where the snow is more widespread and becomes a little bit heavier at times. So our weather impact alert will continue until 6 o'clock this evening. Just need to use a little extra caution for your morning and your evening commute, and even if you're going out for lunch too, just watch out those roads. A reminder, I'm going to do another update live on our WQ80 8+ app in regards to what's going on with the weather today. Plus, we'll talk about this big warming trend coming in for the weekend and next week. That'll be at 9 o'clock on the 8+ app. You can download that on your TV and watch for free. Live look at our bridges this morning. I don't have anything being reported in terms of a delay or a slowdown. These are in good shape, just a lot of wet pavement. As we get to the rest of the interstate, kind of the same story. Enough traffic that is going along to keep that pavement a little bit warmer, and hence no slush, just a lot of wet pavement for 74 and 80. We can confirm that too. Our Rock Falls camera is a good view of the road to see what's going on, and I don't see any slush here. It looks like just water, but some snow is falling, and anytime we get a more heavy band of snow that moves through, that's when we add up some of that slush. So here's what I was talking about earlier. We didn't see a whole lot of blue on the map, but now you're starting to see that as you go into northern Scott County and also here into Clinton County. We're starting to see some of those roads become partially covered in snow as these heavier snow bands are starting to move through. So let's go to live Doppler radar, and we'll start tracking some of these. Right now in the immediate Quad Cities, we're in a lull. We're getting some really light snowflakes that are falling. But we have a new round of moisture to the south that's going to run into this cold air and intensify the rain-snow mix here in about the next 15 to 20 minutes. Meanwhile, to the north of that, why I showed you those road conditions, look at that heavy burst of snow in DeWitt, north of Eldridge, south of Maquoketa. And don't forget, this is coming up in that same direction. So once it hops the interstate, it'll become snow, and your snow will intensify here very rapidly from DeWitt to Clinton, perhaps into Sterling Rock Falls in the next hour. Light snow to the north of that. Light snow, as I just showed you, in Rock Falls. Geneseo seeing the light snow. It's a snow kind of rain hybrid here in Princeton. As we go further to the south, Galesburg, the rain has returned. That'll work its way northward, and it's been raining for a good chunk of the time here so far this morning in Burlington. Now that heavier activity getting into Aledo. So very dynamic storm system again with different temperature profiles in it. You can see there's more moisture to come as you look on this regional view here to the southwest of us. So this is going to be an all-day event. It's not going to be a lot of snow, but it will certainly create some slick roads. 33 right now, and that's where most of us are at this hour, between 32 and 35 degrees. So we'll see this mess of rain and snow continue on and off. I think we get more rain than anything as we get to the noon hour, but areas well north of the Quad Cities will continue to see the snow. There's the rain snow line right along Interstate 80. It slowly lifts to the north as we go through this morning. Yeah, we're going to catch a break from both rain and snow here in the metro around the noon hour, but there you see the snow continues for our northernmost hometowns. The radar will fill back in with mainly rain for this afternoon and evening, especially right here in the metro, and then by 5, 6 o'clock, all of that is gone. No surprise, the winter weather advisory has been extended eastward. We talked about that during the 11 yesterday. That includes Joe Davis, Carroll, and Jackson counties, and that will go until 3 o'clock this afternoon. That is because they're expecting 1 to 2 inches of snow there, and that's what's going to cause some slick roads, while as we hardly get anything here into the south, remaining mostly snow-free outside of a dusting. Here's your timeline. Rain-snow mix right now, becoming all snow for a brief period this morning, and then back to a mix, back to rain this afternoon, and then a mix of rain and snow heading into the evening commute before it shuts down at 6 o'clock. You're much warmer and quieter 8-day tracker next.
Hi, what can I do for you?
Can I get a loan on these?
Yeah, no problem.
High score. Do you guys buy these?
Yes, we take those.
You guys buy these?
Yes, we do.
How about this?
Yeah, those as well.
Do you guys take these?
Yeah, we take those too.
Bring your unwanted items to Premier Jewelry and Loan and get paid top dollar.
Can I get a loan on this?
So here's what I just posted on my social media a few minutes ago. Remember that we're trading this slop today for sunshine and widespread 60s and 70s all of next week. If that doesn't put a smile on your face to get you through today, I don't know what else to tell you, because yeah, next week just looks absolutely gorgeous. There will be some wind with that, but it's a warm wind, so let's plan a lot of time to get outside and enjoy that warmth next week.
In today's Tech Bites, new tools for Reddit users. The site has added options such as community suggestions to find the right audience for comments and a pick a community dropdown to provide subreddit recommendations. The goal is to help users connect across the platform. Next, a new feature from password manager 1Password allows users to assign specific locations to items stored in their vaults. They appear in the mobile app when users are near those physical locations. The goal? Accessing your items faster, wherever and whenever you need them. Finally, the search engine DuckDuckGo is rolling.
Exactly.
Or maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should do it on my own.
Right.
Yeah, and then we'll keep it this way. Thank you. Our weather, though, it's changing by the minute.
It's definitely not pink.
No, it is
No
not.
pink snow.
No pink snow. No. I don't even know what would we do with pink snow. That'd be interesting.
I would
Yeah.
hope it's cotton candy flavored.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's got a decent flavor to it. Don't go try that today, though. You don't know what's in that snow or where it's been. We've got a lot of mix of rain and snow that'll continue today. Our weather impact alert in place until 6 this evening, so be mindful of some slick roads, especially north of the Quad Cities. That's where the majority of the problems will be. Temperatures holding steady in the 30s. By this weekend, all of this will become a distant memory. And by next week, especially as we hit the 70s, we'll track those coming up.
All right, thanks, Andrew. We're still ahead on Good Morning Quad Cities. Growing concern for QC parents as local daycare centers report
Be, right?
Where it should be, exactly. And you can see the slushy mix of rain and snow that's been coming down while you were sleeping, and you can expect more in the hours ahead. So Andrew, break down what will hopefully be our last weather impact alert for a while.
Yeah, and that indeed it will be, because this weekend and next week looking a whole lot better. But we got to get you through today, which includes this messy mix of rain and snow. We've got Marshawn out in the Beast, and we'll check in with him here in just a moment to see what is going on. Bridges right now appear to be just wet. I'm looking at the Iowa DOT traffic report map, and so far, not seeing any accidents, slowdowns. You can see the plows are out. They are actively salting, making sure that roads are at least in good shape for you here, for most of your commute anyway. The worst appears to be further to the north, though. You can see we've already added some blue to the map here in northern Scott County and also into Clinton County. That's where some of the roads are becoming partially covered with snow, because that's where the heavy snow band is. And you can see that just south of Maquoketa, right through DeWitt and Clinton. Heavier snow is falling there. We've also got a heavy snow band getting ready to move into Henry County on the Illinois side of the river. Meanwhile, further to the southwest, it's all rain. A little wet snowflakes and rain action in Princeton, Illinois, and then Galesburg is all rain along with Burlington. You're getting a break from the rain right now, by the way. We'll widen this picture out. There's still more to come. You can see quite a bit of it there in Iowa. Still think we'll catch a break a little later this morning, though. 33 right now, so this is why we're seeing that mix of rain and snow. We're right on the edge of freezing for most of us. So the further north you go to the Quad Cities, the more extra caution you're going to need when you're traveling today. Our weather impact alert remains in place until 6 o'clock this evening, and that's when everything will end. Better news for the weekend. We'll get you into that in the season's first 70s a couple of times next week coming up.
Well, this wintry mix will be hard to avoid out on the roads this morning. And News 8's Marshawn Gunn is joining us live from Bettendorf and the Beast. And for a closer look at what you can expect when you head out, Marshawn.
Thanks, Devin. I agree with Ava. I wish this weather was back around Christmas time, but I'm in Bettendorf right now here on Devil's Road. But I'll let you take a look here at the roads. It is wet on the roads with a little bit of snow accumulation on the side of on the grass. But we've really just gotten a really wintry mix. You know, it switches from rain to sleet to snow, all very fluidly throughout this morning. So it's you never know what you're going to expect when you actually hit the roads. But as of right now, the roads are wet, but no real problem, not too slick. But as the morning goes on, it will continue to switch back and forth from snow to rain. So continue to be prepared as you're out on the streets. But I will send it. Oh, sorry. But yeah, so as we head on throughout the rest of the day, I'll keep you updated with how the road conditions are, and I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you, Marshawn, off of Devil's Glen Road in Bettendorf, and we'll check back for another update in just a bit. A reminder, slow down, allow plenty of space out on the roads, even if a couple inches of snow doesn't seem like a lot. Now, take a look at this data from the Quad Cities National Weather Service. You can see on the right of your screen, the majority of crashes in Iowa happen in less than 2 inches of snow. For more than half of them, there's just 1 inch of snowfall or less.
And now we're taking a look at power outages in our area. Right now, 201 Ameren customers are without power, along with just about 30 Alliant customers. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning. And join us today on our WQAD 8 Plus streaming app for extended weather coverage. This morning, Andrew's going to be live at 9 o'clock to break down the latest updates on our forecast. That's just 2 hours after this newscast ends. That's going to be on the 8 Plus app. You can download on your TV and watch for free. And if you don't have a smart TV, you can still stay ahead of the weather with our News 8 app for your mobile phone. You can get severe weather and breaking news alerts sent straight to there. 6:06, and right now,
A Friday time right now coming up on 6:14. We have made it to the end of the week and one final round of winter weather to get through today before we can enjoy something a lot more spring-like in the days ahead. Our weather impact alert continues until 6 o'clock this evening, and this is especially true for areas north of the Quad Cities where we are expecting more slick road conditions compared to the rest of the region. A reminder, I'm going to do a live discussion this morning discussing our winter weather that's going on. That's on the 8 Plus app, and that'll be at 9 o'clock. I'm also going to talk about the upcoming warm spell for next week, how warm it will feel. You can download that on your TV and watch for free on the 8 Plus app at 9 o'clock today. Live look at the bridges this morning. Quiet as can be other than some wet pavement. No slowdowns, no accidents to report on right now. Just, a lot of wet roadways. And it's the same thing here on Interstate 80. You can see some areas, this is the Clare, so just a little bit further north than the QC Metro. Yeah, you've had some snow on the ground. Looks like about a dusting to half an inch. Meanwhile, nothing on the ground here in Rock Falls and into the Sauk Valley, but you can see the snow is falling. Very light snow at this time. I want to show you the road conditions because we have seen some of these deteriorate a little bit, especially as you go north of the Quad Cities. So I'm going to zoom us in here to northern Scott and also into Clinton County. And there you see this roadway here right off of I-74. Stretching up through DeWitt and into Maquoketa, reporting partially covered with some snow. So we're already starting to see some impacts from that heavier band that's working its way through. Let's also magnify our radar and go a little bit closer, and we'll take a tour here real quickly. So there's a heavy band of rain that will transition to a heavy band of snow, and wouldn't you know it, it's coming right into the Quad Cities during the heart of our morning commute. It's 6:15 right now. This is when we see the traffic pick up. So beware. In about the next 15 to 20 minutes, our visibility is going to take a big hit here in the metro as that heavy band works its way northward. It is snowing heavily by all appearances on the radar in Orion and Cambridge and likely into Geneseo here soon. Further to the north, it's a little bit lighter in nature from DeWitt to Clinton and Sterling Rock Falls, as I just showed you there. But yeah, beware. There's a heavy band getting ready to move into the metro here very shortly. Wider view on this shows more to come. You got rain that'll eventually mix with and change to snow still in northeast Missouri, and all that has to work through. So this is going to be an all-day event. 33 degrees outside right now. Similar numbers for many of our hometowns. That's why we keep seeing this changeover back and forth between rain and snow. Our weather impact alert continues for the remainder of today. There you see we'll be close to 40 degrees as we get into this afternoon. The rain snow line will slowly move to the north as the day goes on, so we will likely catch a break from everything here in the Quad Cities and points south later this morning into the early afternoon. But this evening we'll get one more round of rain, likely mixed with some wet snowflakes. That will come to an end likely around 5, 6 o'clock. No surprise, we've seen a winter weather advisory here in purple expanded eastward. That does include Jackson County, Joe Davis County, and also Carroll County until 3 o'clock this afternoon. This is where we expect the bulk of the snow to fall, on the order of about 1 to 2 inches, and this is where the roads are also going to be more impacted with some slush at times. And Future Track agrees with that. It's barely a dusting here, but you go further to the north, right along Highway 20, you see that darker strip of teal. That's about an inch or two worth of snow. Let's put this on the timeline for you. Orange is mixed. This is snow here in teal. So we're about to jump into that momentarily here in the metro. And then we'll mix it again at times as we go into the afternoon. And we'll bring it to a complete end as we go into this evening. We're going to forget all about winter because coming into for the weekend and next week, it's full on spring, close to summer at times. We'll stretch this out to 2 weeks next.
When you buy from Lou Fuse Kia Moline, you're backed by Fuse. Hurry in to save on rows and rows of brand new Kias with more on the way. Plus, every new Kia comes with a 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. Or shop our huge selection of certified pre-owned Kias, fully inspected and backed by Fuse. Because if it has our name on it, you have our word on it. Rush to Lou Fuse Kia Moline today, formerly Courtesy Kia, home of the 200,000-mile warranty. Lou Fuse, we are family.
Once we get past today, we don't have to talk about snow or even rain for quite a while. The weekend looking gorgeous. Daylight saving time returns on Sunday. Don't forget that. We'll spend all of next week in sunshine, a little bit of a gusty wind, and temperatures consistently in the 60s and 70s. We'll stretch this out to the full 2 weeks, and there you see still some 70s and 60s, followed by a cooler pattern as we get into week number 2.
In this morning's GMA First Look, bombshell new evidence.
That's right, yeah, mix of rain and snow. I have a heavier band of rain and snow getting ready to move into the Quad Cities Metro in about the next 15 to 20 minutes. Let's get you a live look at the bridges here, and then I'll take you to radar. So far, the pavement here in the Metro has been wet. However, if you're going north of the Quad Cities, we're already seeing some reports of some snow-covered roadways. Here's that heavy band that I'm tracking, and you can see right here on the radar as it stretches from north of Muscatine to Preemption and right on down to Cambridge, a band of heavy rain that is switching to heavy snow. So that'll be arriving here in the Metro momentarily. In fact, while we're here, let's go ahead and put a track on it, because this is going to shut down the visibility very quickly and can also put down a quick dusting to half an inch of snow onto the grass. So there you see the arrival here. We're about 20 minutes away in the Quad Cities. LeClaire about 7:14, then into Clinton in about the next 45 minutes. So heads up if you're traveling here in the next half hour to 1 hour, heavy band of snow on the way into the Quad Cities. We'll continue tracking this snow and when we're going to get rid of it in favor of something more spring-like as GMQC continues.
Morning at the I-74 bridge. It's about as wintry as it can get. You can see a slushy mix of rain and snow is coming down on the bridge, and you can expect more of these conditions in the hours ahead. So Andrew, tell us more.
Yeah, I'm going to be interested to see that Bridgepoint camera about 15 minutes from now, because we are tracking in a heavy band of snow that's currently sitting just north of Illinois City, stretching right on through Sherrard and Orion. I'm going to take you to live Doppler radar and I'll zoom in right to that location. When this thing hits, we're going to see visibility go down substantially, and it's likely going to be a very quick burst of snow that will accumulate. So here's what I'm talking about. If you look at this band here north of Muscatine through Preemption going into Cambridge, this is heavy snow that is getting ready to move in. So if we put the tracker on that, we estimate it's going to be arriving here in the Quad Cities about 10 minutes from now, 10 to 15 minutes from now, and then it will continue to lift off to the north and to the west. So heads up, this is coming during really the peak of the morning commute. We do expect, again, some very low visibility here in the Quad Cities and then some brief snow accumulation. You can see there's more to come to the southwest of us. Temperatures right now sitting at 33 degrees, and we see the snowflakes are getting bigger, and it is indeed picking up in intensity. 33 and 34 for many of our hometowns, so right on the edge of freezing. That's why we're going to continue to see this mix as we go throughout the day. Our weather impact alert remains in place until 6 o'clock this evening. We can forget about anything winter-like heading into the weekend and beyond. It's full-blown spring. How much warmer it will feel and how long the warmth will stick around. We'll track it coming up.
All right, thanks, Andrew. Well, this wintry mix will be hard to avoid out on the roads. We want to see how it's actually looking outside.
Yeah, News 8's Marshawn Gunn is joining us live from the Beast on River Drive in Moline for a closer look at what to expect when you head out. Marshawn, what are the conditions looking like?
Yep, I'm out here in Moline driving along the river, and as Andrew said, that snow is starting to come in. As you look across the river here, I'll let you take a look. I'll let you take a look here. As you look across the river, it's starting to get a little snowy, so be prepared as you're getting ready to head out on your morning commute. Roads are wet, and the cars are picking up, so expect a little more traffic as the morning moves on. But the hardest of the snow has not hit yet. Like Andrew said, the snow will be here in Moline here within the next 10 minutes. So I'll switch it back over to myself. But yeah, so this is the most snow we've seen all day or all morning, and it looks like it'll continue to get a little bit worse here in the next few minutes. So keep an eye on. We're on News 8 app. We're constantly streaming the conditions of the road, and I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
All right. Thank you, Marshawn. Yeah, it's supposed to pick up here in the next couple of minutes, so it's going to get heavy out there. A reminder to slow down and allow plenty of space out on the roads. Even if a couple inches of snow doesn't seem like much, take a look at this data from the Quad Cities National Weather Service. You can see on the right side of your screen the majority of crashes in Iowa happen in less than 2 inches of snow. For more than half of them, there's just 1 inch of snowfall or less.
Now we're taking a look at power outages in our area. Right now, 201 Ameren customers are without power, along with about 40 Alliant customers. We'll keep you updated throughout the morning. And join us today on our WQAD 8+ streaming app for extended weather coverage. This morning, Andrew will be live at 9 o'clock to break down the latest updates on our forecast. That's just 2 hours after this newscast ends. It's going to be on the 8+ app. Download on your TV and watch for free. And if you don't have a smart TV, you can still stay ahead of the weather with our News 8 app. You can get severe weather and breaking news alerts sent right to your phone. Well, right now,
Production line for equipment and her customers, happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
I'm Mary Neubauer with the Iowa Lottery. March is National Problem Gambling Awareness Month. We highlight and remind Iowans that help is always available.
this week. This on and off of our weather, and today, yeah, it's no different until we get after, right?
Yeah, we have some really exciting temperatures to look forward to.
Yeah, I can't wait. And it's going to make today seem so much easier to get through once you see what lies beyond today. And that is going to be the warmest stretch of temperatures. Honestly, I would say the nicest week's worth of weather so far in 2025 coming in the days ahead. So we'll talk about that in a second. Right now, I'll talk about our weather impact alert. That continues until 6 o'clock this evening. And this is mostly for areas along and north of Interstate 80, where we're seeing some of these heavier bands of rain and snow move through. Could be a couple of slick road conditions that you're going to have to watch out for. Don't forget, later this morning on the 8 Plus app, I'm going to do a little live stream there real quickly, about 15-20 minutes worth. We'll talk about this storm coming through this morning. Also, the warm air coming in next week, what you can expect with that. You can download that on your TV and watch for free 9 o'clock this morning. Live look at the roads right now in terms of the bridges. Right now, just wet. Let's head out to the rest of the interstate, though. This is 74. Nothing slowing down right now. Looks like we've got fairly good visibility, but that visibility is about ready to drop significantly here in the next couple of minutes because we're tracking in around with some heavier rain and snow to the south of us. Already roads in northern Scott County, also a good portion of Clinton County, are reported as partially covered in snow. Let's go to live Doppler radar. And I'll show you what I mean about that heavy band. It's entering the Quad Cities metro as we speak, and here it is. So it hasn't reached the I-74 bridge yet, but just moments away. And this is rain, but eventually it changes to snow as it gets farther north of the interstate, and that goes all the way down to Coal Valley, Orion, and just south of Geneseo. So I'm going to take this out one more step just to show you this, and we can pan around a little bit with a better view. So that's coming into the metro now. It's also going to be coming into Geneseo, Atkinson, Anawan, eventually into Princeton too. So it looks like rain again on the radar, but once it gets here, it likely switches to snow. Further to the north, you've got light snow, some moderate to heavy snow getting ready to move into DeWitt. Same thing with Maquoketa, a little bit of a break coming your way along with Savannah and Galena. You see it right here over Clinton, but that heavier band is ready to move in. Let's go further to the south where it's all rain along I-74 for Galesburg and Knoxville. Rain snow mix for Princeton. Further to the southwest, that's where we've also got all rain into Burlington. We'll widen this picture out. It's a fairly dynamic storm system again. We've had quite a few of those lately, and you see there's a little bit more moisture to come here in northeast Missouri, so that's going to keep the rain-snow mix going throughout most of the day. 33 right now is where we stand for a temperature, so it's no wonder we're jumping back and forth between rain and snow, and that's the case for most of us this morning too. We're going to see these readings rise into the upper 30s as we go into this afternoon. And yeah, some low 40s will also be likely too. So this rain snow line will continue to slowly lift north as we go throughout the day. We get into the late morning. Most of us will start seeing a break unless you're far to the north here, where the snow will continue into Maquoketa, Savannah, Galena. Another little break for all of us into the early afternoon. And then by school pickup time, we'll expect another band of some rain, possibly some wet snowflakes coming through. By 5, 6 o'clock, all of that is beginning to calm down. I'm not surprised we saw an extension to a winter weather advisory, and this is for our northernmost hometowns. So you've got Jackson County, Joe Davis County, and also Carroll County. That's going to be until 3 o'clock. That's because this is where the bulk of the snow is going to fall. And it's only an inch or two, but it's enough that you get a little slushy mess on the pavement for some of the roads. And there you see that corridor right here, 1 to 2 inches for the northernmost hometowns. For the rest of us, it's hardly anything at all. Here's the timeline where we're at right now. We're switching to snow as we speak. Then we'll be back to a rain-snow mix for lunchtime, then back to rain for school pickup, with a brief mix of rain and snow heading into this evening. But honestly, it looks like the bigger impact in terms of the commute, it's going to be this morning rather than what we see this evening. We're not going to think about anything winter-like for the next week here because we're going to head for the 60s by this weekend. 70s next week, widespread 70s at that. And really the whole week next week is spent in the 60s and the 70s. We'll take this out to 2 weeks, more of those to come before we cool those temperatures back down into the 40s and 50s for week number 2.
Hey, Brandy. I'm assuming you don't remember me because we met a year ago and you never returned any of my calls or texts. You just blew me off like I was a nobody. Well, guess what? This Yeah.
To expect if your morning commute takes you to Moline on 19th Avenue. Doesn't look like snow is yet accumulating on the roads, but it's definitely coming down.
I think the big takeaway is that you can get out on the roads and drive, but you have to be cautious. And this is something, a weather impact alert, Andrew, you issued days ago, and now it's here.
Exactly, yeah. Travel is not impossible today by any means. It's just you need an extra moment or two. We're awaiting that heavier band of snow just minutes away from arriving in the Quad Cities metro. In anticipation of that, check out the monster-sized snowflakes that we're seeing on our Prophetstown camera right now. That is a sign of that heavier snow band sitting off to the south that is on its way here. So we'll have live updates throughout GMA with the forecast that is through the 9 o'clock hour. And don't forget, at 9 o'clock this morning, we're going to be doing a little live stream on our 8+ app. You can download that on your TV and watch for free. We'll also talk about all that warmth coming in next week, too. Doesn't that look nice?
Oh, it looks beautiful.
Bye-bye, winter.
That'll take your mind off the snow really quick.
Exactly.
Hello, summer. Yeah.
What a way to start a Monday morning.
Thank you so much for watching GMQC. Have a great weekend, everyone. We'll see you on Monday or back at 11.
We're back at 11.